Hi, David here with Futures Trading. Want to give you the update on gold. This is what it looked like on the last video right here. Now, I only added the actual indicator to the chart that has the text as well as the levels. Again, I think you're probably at this point beyond just looking at the levels. So now I go ahead and add the text for you. I didn't want to do that right out. I kind of filtered the code just a bit for those that's getting started, may not really know that much about trading, and I didn't want to have so much stuff on the chart they really couldn't understand what was going on. So I actually added it this time so that way I don't have to tell you which bars, no close. Kind of, you've been watching the videos hopefully for a while, and if you're new to watching this, I'll touch on it just a bit to kind of help you along. Um, they still, you'll see. I'll show it to you in just a second. Uh, Here's the alert I put out on the ninth. Okay, so right there on the ninth, still stuck between the blue bars, and so I put the alert there, and that was big move coming right here. So if you want, you can go back and look at that. If you want to see me take a live trade off of my charts, you can do that from here. That's the NQ if you want to entertain yourself for a moment there. I did that alert this morning. And so the daily chart, here we go. Daily chart, there's the blue bar. And I told you in the last video, I said, hey, it's a big move coming. They won't come back past this bar if they're going up. Well, they're not getting past that blue bar either. And I did tell you that, it's kind of a problem. I told you, be patient because it probably won't pass this one. And so you were just kind of stuck between these levels. You had this from right here, this from right here, and that's what I kind of put here on the chart. Right here with this diagram here, just kind of gave you, hey, you're getting sandwiched in between, but this can't last forever. Either we're going, straight up, or we're going to fall down. I'm going to show you that hourly chart in just a second, but this is what is happening here. They're turning around, and I do think that they're going to go through here at this point. I mean, this is pretty good. This kind of makes sense. A bunch of wicks, and if you're familiar about the rejected twice pattern that I put on YouTube, and if you're not, or even on TikTok, you can take a look at it. The rejected twice is right here, so you can go and take a look at that. It kind of ran up here. There's that mid. I like for them to do it fast immediately in 2 bars. But sometimes they can stall a bit. I just don't like the stall if they take too long. It's not relative. So I don't want to go into that. So here's the daily. Here's the daily. All right, now here is the hourly and what we're doing currently. All right, so there you go, side by side. Make sure I give you the side by side look. Here's the side by side, all that information. We've been sitting here for quite some time. We started this alert. It was over. It was with the news. They take so long in what they do. I get lost. Um, it was over here somewhere. It was over here somewhere. We was waiting for that. Matter of fact, let me make sure. No, it was actually up here. That's right, because they took that big dive. And I said this was a few videos ago. I didn't want them to close beneath here. They held it for 2 hours, and then on that news they fell down, and then they made it. Okay, so it was a further back, but you get there. Just this market is so slow. I mean, it's slow. I like trading the Nasdaq. I'm of course the E-mini guy. I love trading Nasdaq. It's fast. This market tries your patience. If you're trading gold and you're doing very well at it, I take my hat off to you. I can't I can't for the life of me deal with something. It's almost like the ES. It just moves really slow. I my focus is not that. I can't do it. So, but this is what the chart looked like. Didn't mean to bore you with that information, but you get to know me a little bit. Here we go. Blue bar here, right in the zone. Fell out the zone. There's the blue bar there, kind of blue outline bar. Turned around and kind of gave you some of that back to the upside. Again, the text. Okay, no close above the bar. The bar's high. They managed to do it here. If I'm not mistaken, they got right up on it and closed above it. Still had that blue bar there. They turned, fell down, hit the back of this blue bar, turned around, and they kind of gave you a couple of them on the way up and did that. So we're turning around again, and here's the blue bar. Now, I suspect at this point, and I hope you do too, that we're going to go ahead and go down here to here, hopefully. Hopefully. And hopefully they don't pull this stunt again and turn around and come right back up and have me making another video by Monday. So I hope they can go ahead and get there, and that's what you should expect because we were trying to get that target from above, but that didn't happen. So if they don't want to hold the buy side flow here, they're going to go ahead and move down. So Trading back in blue bars, static level. Again, you can take all of that content in, kind of get a feel for how that worked. But I did want to get back up here and show you what was happening, so you're not left out wondering what had happened with it. So I told you, I didn't like that they came back. I didn't. I told you that, but I did tell you here's the scenario. You're just getting trapped in between, and bets would be on the area until they break it, because they had this trend put into place. And when they was up, and that's the thing, when they were up, and I told you I didn't trust them once they passed this leg. That was in the first video. I didn't really trust them. But they managed to get down here and pop up, hit the reaction level, and we drew all of this out. If you go back, if you're watching a video for the first time, if you go back, we started over here with this, and if you've been following gold, we've been doing this ever since here, and just trying to give I guess, an outline as to what could take place. So blue bars holding up from above in the static level, all of that makes sense. 85 to back, and you can go and take a look at how that works. So I wish you all the best with your trading. I will be back once they get once they get here, if they decide to get here. If anything drastically changes with the analysis from this video, because they do so much. If anything changes drastically, I will come back and let you know what's happening, because it it would have to be this if they don't want to go here. So, and if it's this, they're going back through the high on the daily. And I'll say that. All right. So I wish you all the best with your trading. Take